Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC B1230, indicates a malfunction related to the sunlight sensor circuit in the 2008 to 2012 Honda Accord. This specific code points to a potential short circuit which can disrupt the functionality of the automatic lighting system and other climate control units. The sunlight sensor is crucial in detecting the amount of sunlight entering the vehicle, enabling the climate control system to adjust airflow and temperature accordingly. Its location is typically on the dashboard, near the windshield, so it can accurately sense sunlight levels. Understanding this code's implications is essential for ensuring the vehicle's functionality and driver comfort. Technicians often encounter this issue during routine diagnostics or when a vehicle shows erratic climate control behavior. The error denoted by DTC B1230 indicates a short in the sunlight sensor circuit, a key component of the climate control system. The sunlight sensor, located on the dashboard near the windshield, detects sunlight intensity, allowing the climate control system to adjust its operations based on external lighting conditions. This ensures a comfortable interior environment by optimizing temperature and airflow based on real-time sunlight exposure. If the sunlight sensor malfunctions, it may lead to poor climate control performance. The wiring connected to this sensor and its related connectors plays a vital role in its proper functioning, making any shorts or connectivity issues critical to diagnose. Understanding these components and their locations aids in effective troubleshooting and repair. Several potential causes could lead to the triggering of DTC B1230. A short circuit in the wiring harness is one of the most common issues. This could result from wear and tear or accidental damage to the wiring, creating a continuous path where there should be none. Loose connections can also contribute to intermittent connections that may not always show up in diagnostics, but affect functionality when it matters. Additionally, a faulty sunlight sensor itself may be the source of the problem, either due to manufacturing defects or environmental degradation over time. Each of these possibilities can lead to inadequate signal transmission to the climate control unit, which then manifests as the DTC code B1230. Identifying the root cause is essential for optimal repair. Drivers may experience several symptoms that suggest the presence of DTC B1230. One of the most noticeable issues is erratic climate control operation, where the system may not appropriately adjust temperature or airflow based on sunlight conditions. This failure can lead to discomfort, especially in varying light conditions. Additionally, the automatic lighting feature might not engage or disengage properly, causing safety concerns, particularly in low-light situations. Furthermore, dashboard indicators related to the climate control system may illuminate inconsistently, warning the driver of possible system malfunctions. Recognizing these symptoms early can help in addressing the underlying issue before it escalates and results in more extensive repairs or safety hazards. The first step in troubleshooting DTC B1230 involves using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the diagnostic trouble code. The clearing process removes the code from the system's memory, which can help in determining whether the issue is persistent or intermittent. After clearing the code, it's essential to turn the ignition switch to the lock position before again setting it to the on position. This ignition cycle prepares the vehicle systems for a new diagnostic session and helps in resetting any functions associated with the climate control system. By starting fresh, technicians can get an accurate read of any potential faults that may arise during subsequent diagnostic steps. This method establishes a clean slate for the diagnostic process, which is critical for effective troubleshooting. Once the DTC has been cleared using the HDS, the next troubleshooting step requires turning the ignition switch to the lock position and then back to the on position. This step resets the vehicle's electronics and prepares the system for self-diagnostic functions. The ignition cycle allows the various electronic modules, including the climate control unit and sunlight sensor, to refresh their statuses and clear any temporary faults. It is a straightforward process, but crucial for ensuring that all systems are ready for a comprehensive self-check. Completing this step is essential before proceeding with further diagnostics, as it ensures that any transient issues do not mislead the technician during the troubleshooting process. This step sets the stage for accurate diagnosis and repairs moving forward. Next, perform the self-diagnostic function using the HDS or the climate control unit itself. This process checks various components and systems for faults, including those related to the sunlight sensor circuit. The diagnostic function is integral to identifying specific errors and is designed to pinpoint failures based on real-time data from the vehicle's sensors and modules. During this step, the technician will observe any stored trouble codes that may reappear, which indicates a consistent problem within the system. If DTC B1230 or a related code is indicated after the self-diagnostic, it signals that the issue persists and requires further investigation. Successful completion of this step brings the technician closer to isolating the faulty component responsible for the error, enabling targeted troubleshooting. After performing the self-diagnostic function, the technician must check for any diagnostic trouble codes that may appear post-test. This examination is crucial as it determines whether the DTC B1230 or its associated codes are still present in the system. A persistent code indicates an ongoing issue that has not resolved, directing the technician to continue with specific troubleshooting steps. If the code is absent, it could suggest an intermittent failure, possibly caused by loose connections or temporary glitches within the electrical system. In such cases, a thorough inspection of the wiring and connectors related to the sunlight sensor circuit is warranted. Keeping a close eye on the code behavior during this step allows for methodical trouble isolation and maintenance of vehicle integrity. In this step, turn the ignition switch to the lock position. This action is critical to safely disconnecting electrical components and ensuring that there is no risk of electrical shock or short circuits. A secure state is required whenever working on a vehicle's electrical systems, as one wrong move can damage components or create safety hazards. This step provides the necessary safety protocols before moving on to the next phase of troubleshooting. Ensuring that electrical systems are powered down allows technicians to handle the various connectors involved without fear of interference or error in reading the diagnostic results. This emphasis on safety is paramount, setting the groundwork for effective repairs. Now it's time to disconnect the sunlight sensor's 5P connector if it has automatic lighting features, or the 2P connector if it does not. The sunlight sensor connects directly to the climate control unit and is essential for its operation. Removing it allows you to verify the integrity of the connections and the condition of the wiring. This step reveals whether the sensor itself is at fault, or if the problem resides in the wiring that connects to the climate control unit. Once disconnected, technicians can more accurately assess the state of the sensor and its wires, which are vital for the sensor's proper function. Therefore, handling these connectors with care is crucial to avoid further damage and ensure an efficient diagnosis process. Following the disconnection of the sunlight sensor, the next step involves disconnecting relevant climate control unit connectors, A28P and B12P. These connectors connect the climate control unit to the vehicle's electrical system and to the sunlight sensor itself. Disconnecting these connectors allows for a detailed inspection of the connectors and wiring conditions. This step is essential for diagnosing an issue effectively, as it enables the technician to rule out problems stemming from either the climate control unit or the wiring that connects it to the sunlight sensor. If any frayed wiring, corrosion, or loose connections are found during this step, they should be repaired or replaced to ensure proper functionality. Ensuring these connections are secure is vital for the reliability of the climate control system. In this crucial step, technicians check for continuity between climate control unit connector A, 28P, terminal number 25, and body ground. This testing confirms whether there is a proper electrical connection to ground, which is vital for the operation of many sensors and components in the vehicle. Establishing a good ground connection ensures that signals travel correctly from the sunlight sensor to the climate control unit, allowing for appropriate climate adjustments. If continuity is present, it indicates that there is a short circuit somewhere between the climate control unit and the sunlight sensor that must be repaired. However, if continuity is not found, this indicates a more profound issue, potentially requiring further investigation into the climate control unit itself or additional wiring issues. This continuity test is an essential diagnostic step. The next step requires checking for continuity between climate control unit connector A, 28P, terminal number 25, and connector B, 12P, terminal number 10. This test aims to ensure that signals are transmitted correctly between the two connectors, crucial for the sunlight sensor's operation. If continuity exists, it indicates that the wiring between connectors is intact and functioning as intended, suggesting that further investigation should focus on the sunlight sensor or its connector. On the other hand, if no continuity is found, this may point to a wiring fault or short circuit, which needs to be addressed to rectify the problem. By confirming the integrity of the wiring and connections through this step, technicians can effectively isolate the source of the issue and implement appropriate repairs as needed. After completing the necessary repairs for DTC B1230, it is essential to conduct a final verification of the repairs to ensure that the issue has been resolved. This process starts with clearing the DTC again and then performing a retest. By doing so, technicians can confirm that the diagnostic trouble code does not reappear, indicating successful resolution of the problem. Additionally, multiple functional tests should be conducted to verify that all related systems, including the climate control and automatic lighting, operate correctly. This final validation is crucial for ensuring that the vehicle's owner can operate their vehicle safely and comfortably without further climate control issues. Thorough post-repair testing safeguards against the recurrence of the original problem and ensures that the repairs have been properly executed. To prevent future occurrences of DTC B1230, regular preventive maintenance is crucial. Technicians should inspect the wiring associated with the sunlight sensor and climate control unit routinely for any signs of wear, frays, or damage. Keeping the connectors clean and secure is vital, as loose connections can lead to intermittent faults that can confuse diagnostics or cause erratic system behavior. Additionally, performing system calibrations on the climate control unit periodically can ensure that all settings and sensors are aligned accurately. Implementing these preventive measures can significantly enhance the reliability and performance of the vehicle's climate control system. In turn, this allows drivers to enjoy an optimal driving experience devoid of unexpected discomfort caused by climate control failures. In conclusion, understanding DTC B1230 related to the sunlight sensor circuit in the 2008 to 2012 Honda Accord is imperative for effective vehicle maintenance. technicians must thoroughly grasp the components involved and the role of the sunlight sensor in the climate control system. Following the outlined troubleshooting steps provides a systematic approach to isolating and diagnosing the issue effectively. This ensures that any faults are addressed promptly, ensuring optimal functionality. Furthermore, performing preventive measures helps mitigate future risks associated with wiring and sensor failures. Emphasizing these best practices will enhance the overall vehicle reliability and improve the driving experience for Honda Accord owners. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.